Chairman, and thank you to our witnesses for being here today. It seems there is no lack of creativity when it comes to the financial industry's desire to exploit those facing hardship. To be clear, unless you believe that poverty is a character flaw, there is absolutely no justification for triple-digit interest rate installment loans. The unfortunate reality is that if 40% of Americans cannot afford a $400 emergency, then there are larger structural issues at play. People are not being paid enough for their work to live, let alone save. In times of struggle, the option shouldn't be a debt trap interest rate or nothing at all. This is particularly frustrating when states like my own, the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, go to great lengths to protect consumers from predatory lenders. Now, Massachusetts maintains criminal usury laws capping small loans at 23% interest while making it a crime to assist in providing a predatory loan implicating the lender and the bank. Ms. Johnson, how does this compare to protections in other states you have looked at?
So in response, I want to say that, yes, this isn't something new. The Pennsylvania Attorney General sued Think Finance, who had rent-a-bank partnership with First Bank of Delaware, and rent-a-tribe partnerships, in other words, partnering with Native American tribes in order to charge triple-digit interest rates. The lawsuit is going forward against Think Finance as a criminal enterprise with this partnership with the Native American tribe. So that's not something foreign. We have criminal usury statutes. In response to your question, we have some states suing civilly, we have some states suing criminally, but either way it goes, consumers need to be protected through these statutes to protect consumers from triple-digit interest rates.
Absolutely, and I still hear from folks in my district, Massachusetts 7th, and across the state about the continued availability and marketing of these predatory loans. There's also a question of what happens when the debt from these loans is sold. So, Ms. Saunders, how might a debt collector's pursuit of the purchase loan differ from that of a lender illegally operating in the state?
Well, debt buyers that buy charged-off debt are obviously going after people who are struggling the most and who often have been the target of predatory lending. And we've heard a lot of talk about the Madden case. Well, debt buyers are buying charged-off credit card debt for pennies on the dollar. They do not need to charge outrageous interest rates on top of that. And certainly the Madden court was correct that it doesn't hurt banks not to let debt buyers continue to pile on to people who have been the target of predatory lending.
I think we eliminated debtors' prisons in something like 1833. But last December, ProPublica published their report entitled The New Debtors' Prisons, highlighting University of Utah law professor Christopher Peterson's work on the skyrocketing abuse of the state's small claims courts. I ask for unanimous consent to submit this article for the record, Mr. Chair.
Without objection.
Mr. Peterson's research is just one more case study into our continued criminalization of poverty and weaponization of the legal system against those who are already living on the margins. Ms. Saunders, do you believe that what we are seeing in Utah can spill over into states with stronger consumer protections?
Yes, unfortunately, we are seeing that Utah is the center of a lot of this predatory rent-a-bank lending. We've got FinWise Bank there and others that are enabling debts of thousands of dollars, tens of thousands of dollars over years, at 160% APR or higher. In one loan, there is a $4,500 loan that will cost $13,000 to repay. Okay, APRs matter. And if the lack of oversight and rate caps that Utah can spread across the country, then every state, including your own, will be the subject of predatory lending.
Well, back in 2017, Massachusetts Attorney General Maura Healey settled with the state's then largest debt collector for $1 million for egregious abuse of the state's small claims courts to collect from folks whose incomes were exempt. Ms. Saunders, what does it mean to have exempt income, and what are the unique risks of these aggressive collection practices to vulnerable communities?
Exempt income is income that you need for basic necessities, food, medicine, rent. And income that, like Social Security, other forms of pension, public benefits, and certain amounts of wages are exempt from collectors because we don't believe that people should have to starve because they are in debt.
That's right. Seems that this is less access to credit or really just access to debt.
Gentle lady's time has expired.